What's up, guys? So today I want to talk about the Google Stadia that was just announced. This is Google's way of getting into the video game market. Now, this is not going to be a console. I mean, they made that pretty loud and clear with their trailer and their announcement. They said the future is not in a box, and we're pretty much trying to crap all over PlayStation and Xbox. So this console is going to be nothing but streaming. There's not going to be any downloading games. There's not going to be any just purchasing games in like a physical copy. It's just going to be 100% streaming. Now, this obviously has its ups and downs. Now, I'm going to compare this to the VR phase. VR was popular for a little while, and it was overpriced through the roof. It was like $800, $900, depending on which version you get. But it kind of died off because I don't think we're ready for VR. Like, the technology's kind of there, but it's not quite there. And I think that this is what this console is going to be. And Xbox is doing the same thing. They announced their console a little while back about, it's just digital only. It's kind of the middle ground, and there's no physical copies for that. And this scares me for the future. The further and further away we get from physical copies, and the more that it relies on the internet, I think that's not good. And the reason that this kind of scares me is that, if you have a physical copy, you own that. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Like, you can play it offline, you can play it if the power goes out and you have a generator, you can play it if the internet's down, you can share it with your friends. There's a bunch of stuff you can do, and you have the box art. So physical copies has a lot of pluses. The only reason that I get a lot of digital stuff is for the convenience. And a lot of the world has really bad internet. Unless you live in like a city or like a major city, you're not going to have good internet. If you live out in the country, good luck. That's why I had to move and get this apartment so I could do live streams and do this YouTube channel. Because where my parents live, the internet's really bad. Like, the download speed's like 5, maybe 6 megabytes a second. And then where I live here, luckily it's included with the apartment. I didn't have to purchase the internet separately, but I get like 250 to 300 megabytes per second internet, which is a huge improvement compared to what I had. So unless you have good internet, you're not gonna be able to stream these games. I could just imagine you're in the middle of an online match and all of a sudden you get buffering or lag. Now, lag obviously exists the way it is just with regular internet. I just look like watching Netflix, for example. Everybody hates when you're watching Netflix and it stops to buffer. That's the worst. If you don't have good internet, try having that happen when you play video games. That would be infuriating, especially if it's a single player game and you have to stop and let it buffer. That would be freaking horrible. But yeah, so if you're not connected to the internet, you're not gonna be able to stream. If the internet goes out, you can't stream. You can't stream you can't take your console to go because there is no console. And I think it's going to be set up as like a service, like a live service, kind of like the Xbox Game Pass or something like that, where you'll pay like a monthly fee and then you can just stream whatever game you want. Or maybe it'll have like, spend $2 or $3 to get a game. So let's say $15 a month. But if you want a new $60 game to stream that game, it'll be like $5. So it could potentially save you money, but you wouldn't own anything. Now, that's just speculation. I don't know how it's actually going to be. That's just what I assume. But I don't think we're ready for this. Like, it sounds good on paper, and if it actually works the way that they say it will, then that's great. But how often does that actually happen? Look at the Kinect, look at the, like I said, VR. There's a bunch of stuff that these game companies try, and it doesn't really pan out because I think they're trying to throw us out the next best thing and get our money before that technology is even there. So there's a lot of the country and a lot of the world that's not going to be able to use this thing. And it does have its advantages, like being able to just stream a game instantly. That's pretty cool. You don't have to have like loading times or any of that crap. You can just stream it off the internet. And I think that this will be the future. I think consoles are going to be a thing of the past. Everything's going to be set up like this, and it'll just be nothing but like PC gaming. You can just stream everything. Like I said, it has its ups and downs. It does have me a bit concerned. I'm going to miss the days where I could just get a physical copy, my friend wants to borrow it, guess what? I just drive it over to his place. He can borrow it. We both save money. So it definitely has its ups and downs. And then another thing is, when these companies, like, even though you own the game, you don't, which is another problem. For example, I do the game share with some of my friends, or if the internet's down. Like the other day, the internet was down at my apartment complex. I couldn't play 90% of the games on my Xbox because you have to be connected to the internet. So if you don't have internet, your Xbox just becomes a brick. I can't do anything with it. I can't connect to any apps, can't connect to any games. I bought the game is installed onto my hard drive, but I can't play it because I have to be connected to the internet. That's not fun. That's really bad. So I guess I just don't play Xbox if the internet's down. It's gonna be the same thing in this situation. Your internet's having a bad day, that's it, you're done. So 10 years, maybe I could see this being the part of the future. Like I could see this working, I could see this being in like every household, but the internet's just not there. Until they expand the internet and everybody has access to internet over like 30 megabytes a second everywhere in the country, everywhere in most of the world, then this isn't going to be that successful, I don't think. But that is just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of the Google Stadia down in the comments below. Do you have similar concerns as I do? Do you think it's just a phase? It'll just blow over, kind of like the virtual reality. But VR can make a comeback. I mean, the further and further we progress in technology, I mean, we're going to get closer to it. So I predict in the next few years, VR will probably get another comeback as well. Especially, like, if you combine the two, you could just stream to your VR headset. That would be pretty neat. But like I said, let me know what you guys think. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And that's going to do it for me. And I will talk to you guys next time.